How does the body image affect these 100 women? I think it's gonna be a lot of like, just people wishing that they were better. I mean, I'm not really insecure of myself, except my hairline a little bit. Like, I got pushed back a couple years back and never grew. I mean, it happens, but I mean, outside of that, I'm pretty much cool. I don't think I got too many insecurities. But yeah.
A lot of us wonder how others perceive our bodies, and we're constantly comparing ourselves and our body types.
Facts.
Today we're asking 100 women to decide which person here has the best body. Every single person here submitted a full body photo for our online community to rank. Only one woman was voted best body. Let's see if they can find the one. For this round, the people who
challenges like this are always funny. Well, not funny, but like they're always kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's always like we know the answer. We know what the answer is going to be because we know what people are trying to achieve on the internet. We all know what is the best body. We know that. So the fact that they got 100 different body types here, we already know what the answer is going to be. But I mean, let's just see.
They ranked in the bottom 10 must exit. When you do leave, please exit by pressing the counter and stepping aside. Your time starts now.
I honestly wish that society's viewing of like body types didn't change back from like the Renaissance era. My body shape is so like goddess shape. Like somebody would want me to pose for their painting in the Renaissance. You know what I mean?
I did feel confident going in. The reason as to why is because I do have a more sought after body type. I have worked for my body, but however, I will not deny the fact that genetics are heavily involved. Also, when it comes to the society ranking us, I've had a lot of comments saying that people would buy my body or people do buy my body. So when it comes to that specific thing, I felt very confident.
Like, I don't know that I necessarily feel so confident, like, oh, I have the best body, but I do know, like, objectively, do I get attention? Like, I know I do, so there's, like, a certain, like, objective to, like, what I think. I don't know.
I'm Jennifer.
Jennifer, stop.
Where, what? This one?
How old is Jennifer?
Okay. Hi, I'm Jennifer. When I first got here and I saw that I was pretty much the oldest one here, I felt really out of place. Not necessarily insecure, but just the first feeling was just, I don't belong here.
So when I was younger, I had like no curves. I was like super skinny. People call me anorexic or bulimic, and that's like not good in like the Black community, right? You want to be like thick, right?
But I'm confused. So I know nowadays everyone says, yeah, you want thick girls, all this BBL, like all this other crazy stuff, right? But back in the day when girls would ask, does this dress make my butt look big? Was they asking in a sense of good or a sense of bad? Because I could have sworn it was like a negative thing, right? So when did the perception of big bodies become like not negative? Am I tripping? Let me know.
Curvy, you want something people grab on, but like as I've gotten older, I have gotten curvier. It's wrong. It is.
Sophie, I saw that you just left. Do you want to kind of explain why or share anything about that?
I've had a very tumultuous relationship with my body. I thought I could do this category, but the moment before we started filming, like I started shaking and I realized I was just like, I don't really know what I look like to other people. And the idea of like talking about that was like, a little anxiety inducing. So that's why I was just kind of like, I'll be the first one out. Like I just kind of wanted to sit this one out.
Me personally, right? Who knows? I don't know how y'all feel about this. But I don't really like the BBL, like crazy thick 555 double cup. Like that's just me personally, like, right? I'm more of like I like a natural looking, like you look like a human. You know what I mean? Like I don't really I just personally don't care. I mean, I'm not if you want to do that, that's cool. But I mean, I'm just,
Although it's very tempting to want to give in to this and open this envelope because that's something I'm so used to do is comparing myself to others, I am going to make the active decision to not look at it because I don't think it'll do me any good today. So
open the envelope. You don't look bad.
Not gonna open this.
Bro, you don't look bad. That's like an ideal body type that I would pick.
And I'm so thankful for what my body can do, which has really helped me practice body positivity. Like, I'm mobile, I'm standing here, I can walk, I can hike, I can bike, I can swim.
Like her too? Those are like, that's like a good body type for me personally.
Me as like, oh, put down the burger and go to the gym. And it's like, you don't know what I'm doing in my personal life.
Sam, I saw that you just left. Can you tell us why you did?
Yeah, so I don't necessarily feel like I fit into the standard of beauty that people might perceive is like attractive. So I see where I have some qualities, but others I don't. When I look around this room, I see all of, like the beautiful attributes of every single like woman that is here. When I was growing up, I had very poor self-image, and in high school, I actually like used to keep a mental list of people around me, of their attractiveness and how I rated on that scale, and I always rated myself super low. And I noted that it was extremely detrimental to my like physical and mental health.
If I'm being honest, my self-awareness of myself has never been super high. Like, I never overanalyzed myself. I never thought, am I ugly or cute? You know what I mean? I never thought that. I just go through life doing me. And what comes with being ugly, what comes with being cute, just would happen. And I would never understand, like, oh, am I good looking or am I ugly? I never analyzed it. So I always place myself in the middle because I think I'm in the middle. So, like, I don't know I can't really put you know what I mean? Like, people who are really, really attractive, of course, they get, like, people always try to talk to them. They get treated better. Also, some people are ugly, but probably went through some negative stuff. So, I guess I am in the middle because I've never had either or. I'm always just in my own world. No one ever says nothing to me. No one ever said nothing negative to me. But I'm just there.
And I felt like I've gotten really good about if something starts to trigger you, you need to walk away. So I felt inclined to step back so that I could let everyone else have, you know, the stage to, you know, rank themselves.
Sam, poor Sam, bro.
First,
I like Sam.
With my curves, I have curves, so I have to be a curve model. I have to be more plus size. Some agencies want me to gain more weight because they're like saying like, I want your curves to show more.
Yeah.
And if I were to do the exact opposite, lose, no matter what, because I have a chest and like an ass, I could never be what's considered a normal model.
Yeah,
it will never be that. It's either curve or normal. Like,
Jennifer, can you tell us about your thoughts of your body image through divorce, if you feel comfortable?
Yeah, I'm an open book. So it's not just the divorce, it's more just having to be an acceptance as you get older. Because it's not, I was talking to the girls, it's not just like how big you are. It's like I look in the mirror and I'm like, holy there's
I don't know how old she is, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, none of that type of time and none of that whatever, but assuming she's over 50, whatever, she looks genuinely like really good for her age, all that other stuff. Like, yeah, like she shouldn't feel out of place or anything, you know what I mean?
My arms, and it's just like, and how men perceive me. And so it's more like that. And my ex had said to me at one point, it doesn't matter what you look like anymore at your age.
And that's crazy.
Wow. And I don't know if he meant it like good, but there was too many other things that just still, you know.
No, he probably did mean it because men get praised for age, and women, their value goes down.
I read people really well, and so I'm like, it was just this constant mirror, you know, or like going in the store now, single, and when I was younger, men actually looked at me. Now I'm invisible. I didn't realize how much I used to get hit on, or I used to get looked at, or just, you know, attention and almost that validation. And it just has like altogether stopped, and like I'm putting myself out there and which is great, but it's just, you know, or even the last 2 years, because I've gained weight with menopause, and when I see people who haven't seen me, they're used to my old body.
I mean, dang, that's crazy. I never thought about it that way. Like, me personally, like, I'm a ghost. I'm practically a ghost. I'm invisible. So when I go in public, ain't nobody, oh, he look good. I never hear that. So it's not like I'm hurting because it's like I ain't never hear it. So when I do hear it, I'm like, oh, I'll be in my bag. I'll be feeling kind of good. I ain't gonna lie. But it's like, from her perspective, it's like she's so used to hearing that. When she don't hear it, it's like, that's crazy. It's two different worlds, bro.
And the look of disappointment or the look of surprise when I see people is just, it doesn't feel good, you know? And so for the body image thing too, I wasn't just thinking like most people were about weight. I was thinking about wrinkles. I was thinking about this bad haircut I just accidentally got. I was thinking about like more just, you know, that. And then if it's being judged by society, I was like, I'm out first, you know, just because I haven't had a lot of confidence in that realm.
Welcome to round two. In this round, we're asking you to leave if you believe your body is in the bottom 50. So that means 40 people need to leave. You guys have 5 minutes to leave the group. Your time starts now.
I feel like I have been blessed genetically But at the end of the day, when I went to college and I gained 40 pounds, I was the one that had to bring it back, you know? And I feel sometimes guilty for like expressing this in a way, but I don't want to do that because at the end of the day, like, especially when it comes to like my content creation, I've been hurt very deeply because I thought I was putting out content that people would aspire to be, and then all I got was men just being like so dirty, and it's like I didn't expect that, and now I'm trying to, you know, like change. I'm trying to be more intentional with my content, but it just sucks. Like it just sucks. Like it just sucks.
Yeah, give her a hug.
Like,
Give her a
people were
hug.
always telling me, like, you're so skinny, you need to eat. But I was eating, and I was, like, happy. But that made me feel, like, insecure, especially from being a dancer. And then now that I'm grown, like, I kind of grew into my body, and I have a more mature build. And now people are like, oh, you're so curvy, like, ooh, body. And I just don't know how to feel anymore, because, like, people went from calling me a bone to, like, calling me curvy.
So I feel like media is like also just like brainwashing everyone.
I think about my arms every single second of the day.
Okay, listen. Here's my take on that. Right, I feel as if like deep down humans know what looks good, and that's exactly why the media portrays good as what it is, because innately we all know what is good. So when everyone has a difference of opinion, a majority is going to think one thing. That doesn't mean something else isn't also beautiful. But a majority of people rather value this. And we all know what the majority is because of the internet. So it's like curvy women, stick-built women, I mean skinnier women, regular-sized women, whatever. Of course, they can all look good in their own perspective realms. But a majority of people are going to think a certain way. And I think that's just, I don't know, that's how it is.
Their lives to have your type of body.
Exactly. Literally for this body, people go and build it. And they're real. Everything is, there's no like, I'm not getting anything done.
I think I've grown so much more confident in how I look at my body now, which is why I was able to be confident in the fact that
I like her
I'm
hair.
at least top 10.
I love her hair.
I've struggled for a long time with like my weight and how I look and my proportions and whether my proportions are correct. But I've come to a place where I love every bit of proportion, every angle of my body now. Yeah, I think my body is beautiful.
But my main thing about just having a bigger body, it's really that I'm always gonna be negatively perceived.
Because like growing up, I was pretty skinny and like never had to think about my weight. I could eat whatever I wanted, never thought about it. But then I hit like 19, 20 and I just started gaining weight. Every day I'm frustrated with myself. I did.
And that's, I'm gonna lie, here's one thing we gotta do. As people, we gotta start taking a little bit more accountability though, because me personally too, myself, right? I weighed like, I wasn't skinny, but I was like kind of skinny, but I wasn't like anemic skinny. I don't even know if that's even the right word or whatever, but I started noticing like recently, like I gained like 20 plus pounds. Like I'm starting to get heavier. I'm starting to get closer to that 200, right? And I'm 5'11", so that I shouldn't really be that. I'm considered overweight for my BMI and all the other stuff, right? Of course, I'm healthy, fit, in shape. I could do 50 push-ups, all that, right? Like, boom, I got good, decent physique. I don't work out too much, but I do push-ups and stuff, right? But I still notice, okay, I should probably lose a couple pounds, eat a little bit more healthy. I still know it in the back of my head, and I got to work on that. But it's like, you can't live how you used to live and expect nothing to change. If you notice your metabolism is getting lower and you can't eat and do certain things you used to do, you can't keep doing that blindly and expect nothing to change. You have to take steps into bettering yourself.
10 years ago, have a really, really bad eating disorder when I was in high school, and I almost died. And it's not something that I feel like gets validated very often because people like think it's like such a non-issue to be worried about being too skinny.
I think I have a pretty good sense of self-awareness, and I know that I'm not necessarily what society deems as beautiful or has an ideal body type. I don't think that's a reflection of me, though, and how I view myself. So if it were a matter of who's the most confident in their body type, I would have stayed all the way to the end, but it's about how other people perceive us, and I just know realistically that there's obviously trolls online, and people in America just have a different viewpoint of plus-size women, so I decided to leave pretty early on.
You know what's crazy, too? body type doesn't equal beauty. There's a lot of people who are skinny who don't look good, and there's a lot of people who are big who look really good, like in the face and all type of stuff. So body type necessarily doesn't equal beauty.
I mean, I'm not surprised. I think I submitted a bikini photo, so I knew I was showing everything that I have. It's what I expect. It's, you know, society's standards, and I'm not most people's ideal body type, and I think that's fine. I think a lot of men vote in this also, and I have a fiance, and I'm a lesbian, so I don't really care what they think.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't
it's
cry.
Gonna be all these views and I'm crying. My mama gonna get me. I really thought I could have this conversation with y'all. Because I'm really a confident person to my definition. I go out in the world confident, knowing that I'm a child of God and I love people.
Yes.
But my relationship with my body is tainted. And I'm a dancer, and I express that when, like, through movements and somatic exercises that I love to move. But I am a victim of assault and rape, and
whoa,
with my soul than I do with my body. So to stand here and y'all are like, girl, my boobs are this and my butt is this, I don't know. I really have no clue. Like, I'm in the mirror, but I'm not really in the mirror. So I just admire all of y'all for being able to acknowledge your beauty, because I know it's here, because y'all see it. But the acknowledgement comes from the internal, so I just love that y'all are so open, because it challenges me to go home and, like, reflect. So I love y'all.
I can't recall even saying a word in the circle at all. I had a hyper confidence before walking into the room, like, this is gonna be easy, I can pretend. And I just couldn't get myself to muster out a single word or answer a single question. I walked away because I knew that I didn't have a relationship with my body, because I couldn't even pretend that I did.
No one gonna clap it up for her?
Okay, well, I'm gonna open it because I think that, why not? I'd be wondering forever, right? So what, it's 75.
That's a, listen, they put her body better than the other younger lady's body in terms of, like, society. I mean, it makes sense. So basically people are saying older bodies aren't as bad as bigger bodies.
So I was ranked 75th, so I wasn't in the bottom 10. Okay, well, that's nice.
That's
I feel
interesting.
like if I would have highlighted my boobs or, like, done something like that, or maybe it would have been different, but I really didn't want to do that because I feel like nowadays that's all I get attention for. But I am appreciative of this because that's cool, because I saw the beautiful women here and they were all young. So I'm like, right away, I'm definitely in the bottom 10 because, yeah, there's no doubt about it. But, like, so cool, thank you.
We have 1 minute left.
In terms of body type, I wonder where I am for the men. Like, I think I'd probably be, like,
so
top 50 to 65.
So 8 people.
Cause I'm not like cocky swole, but I'm not like stick skinny. I'm just like this is my body for real. Like, hold on. It's not doing you justice. It's not doing me justice. You know what I mean? Cause it's like where you think I'm at? Like, if they're doing men, like, where you think I'm at? Like with the men though? Like, where you think I'm at with the men? Like where I'm at with the men? You know what I mean? Like, triceps on fire. Come on. Where I'm at, come on. Stop playing. Stop playing with me.
Out. I wouldn't be doing this, so. 5 more.
Those aren't bad bodies, though.
Welcome to round 3. Hey, quick question. Is it easier for you to build emotional intimacy or physical intimacy with other people? In other words, are you more emotional or physical? Not really sure? Take the Love Print assessment on the Nectar app to find out. Leave unless you believe you have one of the top 10 best bodies.
Top 10.
So, Another 40 people have to leave. Your time starts now.
Top 10.
I see those abs.
I'm gonna say one thing. As a man, me personally, I don't really like. Not that I like or dislike abs on a woman, but it's not a make or break. Like, I'm not gonna see a woman with abs with a girl over no abs and be like, oh yeah, she definitely has abs. I'll have to go with her. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't work that way. And I don't really like super muscular built, like firm in shape. Okay, that's real good. But like, if you start getting cocky and you look like you might be able to swing on me, I'm cool. But that's just me personally.
Your work is paying off.
I love how petite you are. I just want to put you in my pocket. Thank you so much.
I feel like everyone was like, well, I'm like thin. I'm like, okay, realistically, in 1,000 strangers voting, they probably want like the curvier girl, I think.
Someone with a small waist,
but skinny, but thick.
I actually want to say that I love that we're all melanated and we're all different shades, and it's all beautiful.
I'm trying to feel better about myself and like gain strength and just not compare myself to others, because I feel like a lot of us have even said it. It's just like we don't feel confident because we don't think someone else is going to vote for us, and it's like, well, you should think that you're just vote for yourself.
I feel like, if anything, today should tell you that you should go into modeling.
Yeah,
you have the height. You have the height. You have the body.
So how's everyone feeling? Is anyone decided if they're going to leave this round?
I'm gonna leave. I have decided. And I've decided only because I am still finding that love again that I had for my thick and curvy body. And I think definitely I need to get back to that, because that's when I was my happiest and that's when I was my bravest.
Right.
And I want to be in the entertainment industry. I'm a Broadway girly. I want to be on Broadway in musicals and be perceived. And there will always be innately will be negative perception with my body. But I have to fight against it, because I have to, there's something wrong with me.
Okay, guys, it looks like time's running out, so people need to start to leave.
You know, the host, no weirdness. I'm just making an observation. The host don't got a bad body herself. She probably ranked in like the top 30, 40.
The people who are leaving
maybe
didn't
20.
all look the same, so then I started to question myself a bit. I'm not gonna lie, I got bullied into staying at some point, because everyone around me was like so encouraging, like, you can't leave. I got straight up told, like, you can't leave, you better stay. And I was like, you know what, you're right. Like, I know I have a great body. I should be confident in it.
Sorry, guys, we still need 11 people to leave. Time is running out.
I wonder why people be so like, what? Why is she leaving?
Great. Thank you.
Nah,
I think
that's
9
a
more
robbery.
people have to go.
They don't. What? Dang, bro. This is crazy.
Okay, bye, guys.
I'm gonna say something. I feel like people are leaving who shouldn't leave because other people who know they should leave don't want to leave. If that obviously, right? So it's like when they open them envelopes, a lot of these numbers is not gonna be adding up. Some people gonna
One more person. I'd leave if I could. I'd leave if I could.
Either that or it's such a broad amount of body types, and I just for some reason happen to like a broad amount. Either that's the case, or like I said, these votes are not hitting.
There wasn't really a point where I thought I should leave the game today, because of the fact that society does want to have a similar body type of mine, and I am very self-aware in that. So I did feel comfortable and confident to be there until the top 10.
I mean, yeah, she's not a bad back then.
Okay, now we're down to our final 10. Somehow we did it. All right, everyone, we have made it to the final 10, but I just want to say that I'm really impressed with everyone's bravery and that you all are so beautiful. So thank you for participating in this. You guys are the 10 that believe you have the best bodies in the entire room, but we do have to narrow it down to just one person. So one by one, let's go around the group and discuss who you would like to nominate.
It probably is
Weasel.
I would say that as of right now, I would vote Wasal.
Yeah, Wasal.
I just know that America, they like curvy, they like the slim. You have both of that, so.
Like, I feel like no body type is ever right, but like if I was to go off of like who people would vote online, I would say Wasal as well.
Thank you.
I think currently what is, trendy is kind of a slim, thick body type. So I would say Sandy Siwe.
As like an African American woman, it is known to be like curvier and it is kind of more on trend these days. So I'm gonna say Sandy.
It's between the dreads and Wizzle.
Everybody's saying.
I don't know Dread's name.
I think I would go with Sandy Siwe.
Oh, Sandy Siwe, that's her name. Okay.
Like the perfect body type. So.
You guys are like.
Hold on, I'm trying to look. It's between her and her. Who has a better body type? This is tough. I don't know. This is tough.
You guys are gonna make me cry. I don't really know much about American body standards. I didn't grow up in America. What I've learned over time is that American body standards are constantly changing. It's whatever's trending. Like you guys said, the slim, thick look is the thing, which is also why I think, girl, I don't know your name.
Wasal.
Wasal.
Thank you.
You have that thing.
I also think that Wasal.
Thank you. Yeah. Like, I'm trying to look at it as just what is never leaving, what is always in, and what is always going to be like treasured or valued. And that is why I'm gonna pick Eb. I've never seen a body that is just so proportionate, so I pick you.
I would say it's Wasal.
Thank you.
I think, like,
imagine it's not Wasal on the card.
It's just a very timeless physique, but I think I just want to shout out every single girl here. They're all so beautiful. Everyone has fit the body standard at least at one point in their life, and will continue to.
It looks like you guys have reached a consensus, and the person with the most votes is Wasal. So everyone else can leave the group, and it's time to find out if Wasal is the one.
That's what I'm saying.
So
Imagine
how do you
she's
feel
not
right now.
I feel
she's definitely top
good.
10 though.
I feel grateful. I feel appreciated, and it's a weird thing being here because, in the most humble way, I could say it makes sense. But I also have seen multiple women here that have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bodies that are also the standard to what society looks like. So that would also all make sense. But at the end of the day, like, I'm just happy to have a healthy body that moves and does what I need to do, and I'm just grateful.
All right, you guys have made your choice. It's time
She
to
was talking
find
a little
out if
spicy. She
Wasal
said it
is
makes
the one.
sense.
All right, Wasal, if the light turns green, you are the one. And if the light turns red, it means that somebody else in this group is the one. Let's change the light. In 3, 2.
Is it her? I don't know.
1.
I knew it. Nah, I'm capping. It has to be, who did I say? The other girl with the dreads.
I think...
See, that's what I'm saying. That's more embarrassing than not even getting one. Like, getting one and then finding out you're not one, like, that's, I knew that was going, I was hoping that didn't happen, because I feel like that's more embarrassing than not getting picked. Getting picked and put on a pedestal just to find out you're not the one on the pedestal versus not even being on the pedestal, yeah, that's tough though. Oof.
If I look at it, do I have to show it? Okay.
Top 10? Is she top 10? That's the question. Is she top 10 though?
Lucky number 13. When I first got here, I looked around and I saw a sea of beautiful women with beautiful bodies. So I'm grateful to be in the top. I'm grateful to be in any part of it. So
she's not top 10.
That means you are not the one. So let's find out who the one really is. So please step forward, Sandy Siwe.
Sandy Siwe. She crying? Aww.
So Sandy Siwe, you were just named the one. How are you feeling right now? I see that you're kind of emotional.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of people here, I have a weird relationship with my body. I grew up in South Africa, majority, like, there's a lot of white people, and I went to a majority white school. I wasn't the standard there, so that impacted the way I looked at myself for a long time. And I never thought I had, like, a desirable body until I moved here. And when I moved to the US, I felt so much love from, like, Black women in the US. I stopped thinking about my thighs all the time. It used to be such a huge insecurity. I have an Audi, and I used to worry so much about, like, people being able to see my stomach. And it was like things like that where I started realizing some of, like, the things I didn't like about my body were just irrational. There were things that were beautiful.
I will say this, if anyone deserved to get number one, it was definitely her, because she's got the mindset, she's got the personality, she's nice, she's just a good person overall. So I'm happy if anybody was her.
Things that other people were seeking out, and instead of looking down on my body, I should be grateful for what I have. And the fact that I have a functioning body in the first place, and I have a body that I know is desirable. Thank you.
Yeah, she did her thing. I like that.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you everyone for being here, and thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time on The One.
That was top 10. Top 10, bro. Top 10.
It's very overwhelming, so.
Top 10, bro.
Yeah, this whole thing is overwhelming. Yeah. It's kind of